Okay, so today we are starting our nutrition unit, and we are going to be talking a lot about reading nutrition labels, portion sizes, and making healthy alternatives. So can I get a volunteer to come eat some cereal? Okay, Luke, do you want to come up here? Alright, I want you to pretend that you're just getting home from school and you want a nice bowl of cereal. So will you just pour yourself some cereal in? There you go. Awesome. Okay, so Luke here just poured himself a bowl of cereal. Let's look at the nutrition label and see what the serving size for this cereal is. It says that for one serving size is 3/4 a cup.
Oh.
Do you guys realize how big that is? Let me get out my measuring cup. So, this is a 1/4 cup, and 3 of them is a serving size. So 1, oops, we're spilling, 2, 3. So that was one serving size I just put back in here, and look how much we have left in our bowl.
Wow, a whole nother serving.
Yeah, almost, yeah, maybe a little bit even more. So what does this kind of tell us? What do we get from this? A little objective lesson.
That we're not thinking about the serving size, we're just pouring and not,
Yeah,
it's bigger than
and
anything.
that, yeah, like obviously like the packaging, how many times have you had a bag of chips and looked and realized that in the bag of chips, there's more than one serving size in the bag of chips. But, you know, in an individual bag, you would think that that's one serving size for yourself, right? So this is just to show us that as a whole, we tend to eat way more than is recommended, right? So I want to show you guys this little video about serving sizes. So watch this. Okay. So, what do we learn there? Same thing, right? Same idea?
You don't realize that you think it's just one serving size of package. This is one serving size, but it's really usually 2 or half. And
So
you're
it's not
you're
just
having one serving, and you're actually having 2
way
or 3.
more.
Yeah.
So Luke, it's not just you, doing that. It's everyone. We think we are making these healthy choices, but we don't realize how much, we're eating. We think, oh, we're just had one bowl of cereal, but in reality, there was multiple serving sizes in that. So we're going to go over a few ways to avoid overeating. The first one is learning how to read food labels, which we're going to do in just a moment. Looking at the portion versus the serving size. Next Eat from a plate and not a package. That's also a really good tip. If you just get out a bag of chips and go and sit down, you'll tend to eat way more than just pulling out, 5 or 10 chips and then putting it on your plate and going and eating it elsewhere. Number 3 is eat on smaller plates. Who's heard of that? Yeah. So our minds are basically programmed to eat what's in front of us. And so if we use smaller plates, it will look like we're eating more food and we'll feel more satisfied once it's gone. I'm going to show you right here, there was a study that if you were to blindfold yourself while eating a meal, you would actually stop before you would feel full before your plate was empty. But since we eat and we see and our minds are trained to eat all that's on our plate, we tend to overeat.
So we eat with our eyes.
Yeah, pretty much. So another tip is to eat slow. Learn to recognize when you're full. Eat slower, and then halfway through your meal, maybe put your utensil down and think and assess how you're feeling. Do I feel full? Do I want more, or do I feel satisfied? Cook your own food instead of eating out. So it's huge in America that the portion sizes in restaurants are 3 times as big as what we should be actually eating. So when we're cooking our own food, we have better control over what's in it and also how much we eat. And when we don't feel necessarily guilty, I paid $10 for this meal and I'm only going to eat half of it, stuff like that. So it's better to eat at home. Okay, so now this is where we're getting into reading the food label. First, the thing to look at is, like I mentioned, the serving size. So on our cereal here, we'll use this as an example. We have 170 calories